君と僕は一人と一人。自分自身の手で引き裂いてしまったこの翼ではもう飛び立つこともかなわない。遠く遠く霞んでいく君の片翼でいられた日々が、いつの日か羽ばたくことを夢見たあの空が。
Hope you enjoyed that preview. It's Tripl-L, and now let's talk Darling in the Franxx, the preview for episode 15, I believe. So this is an exciting preview, no doubt about it. And this preview also has a few shots where, like, really if you blink you kind of miss it. Some pretty cool little details are hidden around this preview. So just from the get-go, I'm just gonna say this first. Ichigo, you should not be smiling in this scene. Makes it seem like you're very overconfident. Makes it seem like you're a dick, okay? Ichigo, you shouldn't be smiling in this scene. Everything you've done, you've been nothing but a dick for this, like, last little bit. Anyway, irrational feelings aside. Yeah, we've got a lot of cool shots in this. Like, really, the most impressive shot here, I think, is definitely this pretty badass face of Delphinium right here. Like, that is cool. Oh man, the mech looks so cool in this shot. And then we have just the next little sequence that ends with just 02 and Ichigo on top of the pile of Klaxosaur. Obviously, you gotta like start asking like what's going on here. So I'm just like trying to catch my thoughts before I go into this. But actually, you know what? Let's just go into the little details first, and then we can talk about like what's going on in that last shot. So one of the cool things as we're going in here, like this is a pretty badass shot of just the fight that's about to commence, and it just tells us one important detail. 02 is starting the fight off in her lion form, or her rampage form. And then we had this other shot of a Franxx here, and initially I thought this was Strelitzia, and I was really confused. Was it like an incomplete form of Strelitzia? But then when you look back at the whole lion shot, or sorry, the rampage shot again with all the Franxx coming behind her, you see that these Franxx in particular are already in the silhouettes there. So most likely this Franxx that we're seeing here is one of the 9's Franxx. So this is cool, right? Like they don't have the same units as all the other foot soldiers, but they still have units that don't have any individuality to them, and they're modeled after Strelitzia. Or rather, maybe Strelitzia is part of the line that produced the initial 9 Franxx. So that's a pretty cool little detail. Another detail is that, of course, the fight is commencing outside of the plantations, but then as we go further into the preview, we see like this shot of our 2 Franxx here, and they're fighting off with the background of what seems to be the city. And now the city in this shot looks a tad bit damaged, but honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it looks damaged, but how much damage could the Klaxosaurs have done, you know, in a short period of time? Because it's going to happen over the course of 20 minutes, and I assume that we're not going to have any kind of time skips within the episode because, well, you know, other than a time skip of a few hours, because they haven't really done this before. But that said, the idea that the Klaxosaurs got in and were able to do so much damage so quickly, it's an interesting idea. And that kind of leads us into the 02 Ichigo shot at the end of the preview. Now this shot, we can see that the city still looks moderately intact in this shot, so the exact time in between these shots, it's kind of unclear. Last thing I want to put in here is the way that Ichigo attacks 02. We see the shot of her, she grabbed onto 02's mouth and then she shoved her head right in. That's a pretty awesome little maneuver from Ichigo, but that it just turns like this whole thing into, this is an Ichigo 02 fight. So I have to wonder what was the trigger for this fight. What caused the battle not only to get inside of the city, but also what caused Ichigo to attack 02 in this manner. We know that Hiro is making his way towards the city somewhere in this preview, so the obvious question becomes, was Hiro in the city when 02 got in? And did 02 actually lead the charge into the city because she wanted to see Hiro? Did she involve Hiro in any particular way? Because right now, the only way to get Ichigo that angry is to involve Hiro's well-being. So, interesting little stuff going on here. You know, this will open up more questions, but I really don't want to get into it unless I know the full context of the situation. Because if 02 compromised the operation, then we've got a whole new angle to like talk about 02 win, or not a whole new angle, but more like just events to put against 02 at this point. One of my crazy theories as I'm seeing this preview though is like, what if this is the start of the escape from 02 and Hiro? Like, what if 02 did what she does in the opening and she swallowed Hiro in her rampage form, and now Hiro and 02 are inside that mech, and now maybe right after this shot Hiro and 02 are going to make a run for it. If that happens, that'd be very interesting. But you know what, actually, if Hiro was to see the corpse of another Stammen inside of the Strelitzia pit, that might be a giant turnoff. But anyway, guys, interesting stuff for this preview. I'm pretty excited for Saturday. So guys, let me know what you thought down below. Until next time, I hope you have a great day. And also a very quick note, when I see these previews, they don't have the subtitles up, so that's usually why these videos don't have subtitles up. It's because at the time I grabbed it, none were available. Anyway, guys, till next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.